So my friend posted on this problem on Facebook and wasn't sure how to solve it. So I'm going to go through all the parts of this question. It says Carly wants to make a block print for the quilt. She wants to draw a closed shape with 5 line segments and 2 right angles. Draw the shape, label the right angles, name the shape. Okay. So first of all, we know it has 5 line segments and 2 right angles. So it's going to look something like this. Now we have to be careful here because we don't want that. It only has 2 right angles, here and here. And if we're not careful, we could make that top angle up here a right angle as well. So I'm going to make it an acute angle. Like this. Okay. Now let's take a look at this problem again. It says, okay, so I labeled the right angles here and here, and then it says name the shape. Well, this is a pentagon, okay. How many angles in the shape are greater than a right angle? Well, that would be obtuse, and you have 1 angle right here and 2 angles right here. But here's the tricky thing. You could also draw this to have 3 angles that are greater than 90 degrees. And let me show you what that looks like. This would be a great conversation piece in the classroom, kids discussing how many angles are obtuse. Okay, so in this situation, we have our 2 right angles, 1 and 2, and this time you have 3 angles that are greater than 90 degrees, like that. So, you know, this problem has more than one option depending on how you draw your house, or your pentagon, I should say. Let's see, how many angles in the shape are less than a right angle? Well, if you drew this, there would be none. If you drew this, then there would be 1. Okay. Let's see, how many sets of perpendicular lines did you draw? Well, if you drew this correctly, and there's only 2 right angles, you should have 2 sets of perpendicular lines. You have this relationship right here between these 2 line segments. This is 1 set of perpendicular lines. Then you have this set of line segments that create a set of perpendicular line segments. Excuse me, I can't talk. Let's see. How many sets of parallel lines did you draw? Okay, let's take a look at our house. It doesn't matter which pentagon you drew. You have parallel lines here and here. And on this one also you have them here and here. So it doesn't matter which one you chose. You should have 1 set of parallel lines. Did you draw any intersecting lines? Well, that's a complicated question because we've used line segments. So they meet at a point, but I wouldn't necessarily call them intersecting because that would imply that they go through each other. That one would be a challenging question to answer. Carly wants to change the shape to make a hexagon. Explain how she could do this. Well, it doesn't say it has to be a regular hexagon. So you can choose any line segment around this pentagon. I'll do it in a different color here. You can add a point. Okay, and then you can change the shape by going like this. Okay, I purposely did this because I have a feeling that's not where many of you would have chosen to add a point and make this a hexagon. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides to that. I imagine what a lot of you did was came down here, because we like things to look symmetrical. So in this case, you know, this one is the one that looks pretty. And you can see that it has 6 sides. This is a hexagon. It is not a regular hexagon, it's just a hexagon. All right, I think that's it for that question. Let me just make sure. All right, have a great day.